welcome to Living Confidently with Sight Loss, the podcast where we share information, advice, and inspiring stories to help people live independently and confidently with sight loss. I'm Mike, and thank you for joining me for another episode. Now, with summer well underway, many of us are thinking about enjoying the warmer weather, getting outdoors, and making the most of the longer days. However, summer can also be challenging, particularly when it comes to keeping our homes comfortable and managing our energy bills. Earlier this week, I caught up with Luke from Green Doctors. It's a service that helps people save energy, reduce household bills, and make their homes more efficient. During our conversation, Luke shared his top 5 energy saving tips for the summer months, along with some practical advice that could help you stay comfortable while keeping the costs under control. So whether you're looking to save a little money, make your home more energy efficient, or simply learn about the support that's available, there's plenty of useful information coming up. So let's hear from Luke from Green Doctors. So Luke, welcome back to the Living Confidently with Sight Loss podcast. For those who might not have heard you before, can you tell us a little bit about what you do with the Green Doctors and how you help people?
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me again, Mike.
You're welcome.
So my name's Luke. I'm one of the Green Doctors in Groundwork, and I'm based in Blackpool. We are essentially energy-saving advisors that can come round to your property and give out home visits or telephone consults, help you with all things saving energy, basically.
Yeah, brilliant. Now, summer isn't always the first season that people think about when it comes to energy advice. Why is it important to think about our homes during the warmer weather as well as the winter?
Well, it's important for the sake of my job.
Yeah.
I've got a full-time contract, so I can't.
Right.
In the summer, you have to give Green Doctors something to do.
Yeah.
No, only kidding. Of course, it's really, really important. Temperatures are only rising due to climate change, and there are a lot of health conditions that aren't only made worse by living in a cold home, but also by living in a home that gets too hot in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's really, really important.
Yeah. Now, you've brought along some tips for the summer for keeping cool. Could you share them with us?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. What's your first tip?
First one is to do with blackout blinds and curtains. So
okay.
Starting off with a banger. Really interesting. Where basically, when you leave your windows open, so when you leave your curtains and blinds open during the day, you actually let in about 20% of the heat just from the sun. Whereas if you were to use blackout blinds or curtains, keep them shut during the day, you're going to mitigate and get rid of all of that heat that you're going to get from keeping windows open. Yeah,
keeping it cool. There's many people with sight loss that spend a lot of time at home. Are there some simpler ways that they can keep their homes cooler during the hot weather? Is there anything else that you could recommend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Second tip?
Absolutely. So I use this one quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's instead of putting boiling water in a hot water bottle, putting that hot water bottle into the freezer to make it a cold water bottle. So for people struggling at night time, I know me for one, I don't like being hot in bed. I normally don't have any of the covers on me at all. And you can normally, if you have a look at the packaging, you could fill up that hot water bottle, pop it in the freezer, wait overnight or something like that, and then you can pop it in your bed with you just to make sure your bed's all nice and cool.
Yeah.
You could also take that wherever you like with you, just to kind of make yourself a little bit cooler.
I don't know why I never thought about that. It's just simple things like that. You think, well, it's a hot water bottle. You've got that one use for it, but yeah, I suppose it makes sense in a way just to fill it with cold water and stick it in the freezer. It keeps you cool.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about that tip is make sure that I would only fill the hot water bottle to about 3/4.
To allow for the expansion.
Exactly. Yeah. So when water freezes, it tends to expand. You don't want an exploding hot water bottle because Luke from the Green Doctors told you so. Yeah. I want any legal cases on my hands either. No. So I would best say have a look online to see if your hot water bottle is compatible for popping it in the freezer. Most of them are, especially the silicone ones. And only fill it for about 3/4 of the way.
Yeah. What's your next tip?
Yeah, so this one's all about switching off electronics. So if you have a room that has a lot of electronic devices in there, so say you've got your TV, you might have your box, your Wi-Fi router as well, switching those off can make a massive difference. So the larger the appliance, so things like washing machines, TVs, gaming consoles, if you're a gamer, switching those off, even when they're on standby, they generate quite a lot of heat. So just switching those off and being conscious that, you know, you've basically got a little portable heater in there. It's not just going to be a TV or anything like that. Just to try and keep you cool in your home.
Especially with games, consoles, computers, you don't. Again, you might not think that they generate heat, but the amount of heat that they do generate is, you know, it can be quite significant if it's in a small room as well. Tip number 4?
Yeah. This one is, so it's essentially the reverse of the tip that I give out when we're trying to talk about staying warm in your home. So it's actually, again, swapping the oven for a slow cooker. So the way that slow cookers work is they use really low temperatures, but they're on for a long period of time. They don't generate as much heat, nowhere near as much heat as something like an oven, which needs to get to a really high temperature in order to cook food. Yeah. So when you open up that oven door and, you know, you've got to wait a moment because you get that massive heat.
Yeah, it's massive heat.
Exactly. Yeah. That heat is, especially in the summertime, you're going to get a load of heat into your room, which isn't going to help staying cool when you're home. So switching out to things like slow cookers and air fryers, places that are smaller, so they don't generate as much heat, they don't generate as much energy as well, so it's also saving you energy. But it can also be reversed, and you can kind of think, right, okay, so I'm not going to basically open up my oven door and heat up my entire kitchen. I'm going to use a kind of smaller device and trying to stay cool. Yeah.
Is it cheaper to run like an air fryer or a slow cooker rather than using an oven?
Yeah, definitely. So air fryers and slow cookers use about 11 to 12p per typical use, whereas an oven you're looking at more like 50, 60p. Electric oven is on the higher end of that, 60 to 70, and then your gas oven, that's about 50p. So it's about 5 times as more energy efficient. Now those numbers don't seem, you know, very, very exciting. However,
but over a
it's going to make a lot.
Over a period of time, I didn't realise it was that big of a gap in between. Wow. That's something to think about in the coming months when we start making food. We'll be having more salads, I think. And lastly?
Yeah, so the last one I've got here is just staying hydrated.
Yeah.
So important. I am one for not being very good at this tip. I'll hold my hands up and say it. The way I stay hydrated is by having about 14 coffees a day.
Right.
Not having my actual amount of water, but staying hydrated is so important. Specifically in those summer months, you're losing so much water through sweat, and your body needs to replenish that water some way. So there's these handy things you can buy from places like Home Bargains now, which are these giant things of water. And they've got times on there, so you can use that as a little...
I've got one over there. I mean, it's not John. It's a 750ml. So I'll say I'm just looking at the computer desk now. But yeah, it's a 750ml water bottle. It's got like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and it sort of gauges you how much you should be drinking. And then on the other side, it's got 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So it does you through the working day, I suppose.
100%.
Yeah.
They're really, really important. To be fair, that doesn't work for me. I end up just leaving that on the counter. Whereas I think for me, the actual act of going and getting a glass of water means I'll drink it. Whereas if it's been there for a while, I just tend to forget about it.
So it
depends what works for you. But it's just staying hydrated is really, really important.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I do forget that it's there. I think I've not had any water for an hour, so I'll have a lot of water at once rather than gradually having it throughout the hour, throughout the day. I'll drink the whole bottle in one go, which might not be the best idea, but yeah, it's just about staying hydrated, as you say. So couple of questions for you. We often hear about winter fuel support. Are there any grants, schemes or services available during the summer that people might not know about?
So the place that we deal to that deals with grants around the Blackpool, Fylde and Wyre area is called Cozy Homes in Lancashire.
Okay.
So they're a kind of grant support team that can help you identify and apply for any kind of grants. So if you would like to contact them, please you can either go through Green Doctors, ask us and we can direct you to them, or if you ask any of the team here at Envision, they can also direct you towards Cozy Homes in Lancashire as well.
Yeah, brilliant. How can Green Doctors support people who are worried about their energy bills or keeping their homes comfortable?
Generally, the kind of best stuff that we provide is those energy-saving home visits. Yeah. So you'll get one of us coming round with green lanyard on. We'll have a tablet in our hands and we'll go through some questions about your energy bills. Yeah. I regularly do free tariff checks with people as well.
Okay.
So checking what tariff you're on, and I often save people hundreds of pounds just by swapping tariffs over. Something as simple as asking for a Green Doctor home visit, and you can save hundreds of pounds over the course of a year, and it can give you some info that you can take for the rest of your life. Also with that, we give out free energy saving measures, so you'll hear me banging on about them before, I'm sure, but it's stuff like draft excluders, radiator foil, LED light bulbs as well, just to save as much money as you can in your home.
Just to confirm, there's no cost involved with any of your service, it's all free?
Absolutely.
Yeah, people don't have to pay anything for it?
No, so I work for a charity that's called Groundwork, and the scheme is called Green Doctors. Everything we provide is for free in terms of all the energy saving advice and all of the energy saving measures we provide. We don't expect any payment.
For people who might struggle reading the smart meters or reading the meter, like to give meter readings, have you got any advice if you're struggling with sight?
I know that Envision can give you lots of information about kind of specific devices you can use. Yeah. They're getting better and better. The technology that I've seen here at Play at Envision is amazing. In terms of reading your meter, if you call up one of the Green Doctors, we have an open line that's available Monday to Friday 10 to 4. We can pop round and read your meter for you. All of our Green Doctors are energy advice level 3 trained, so it means that we've all had plenty of training in terms of reading different types of meters, so it won't be anything we haven't seen before.
Yeah, brilliant. And lastly, I believe there's an event coming up on the 7th of July, Energy Saving Champion. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. So, Energy Saving Champion, it's essentially a mini Green Doctor. That's right, what I like to say. It's an in-depth look of the kind of support that we provide. Yeah. At the end of that training, you'll get a certificate from ourselves to say that you're an energy champion. So it's all about teaching you guys more in-depth look at energy saving, how you can then provide that to your community, how you can be an energy champion to them by signposting to different services that we know about, learning about fuel poverty. It's really, really good course.
Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're a busy chap, so thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Well, there you go. That was Luke from the Green Doctors sharing his top 5 energy saving tips for summer. I do hope that you found some of those suggestions useful and perhaps discovered a few simple changes that could help you make your home more comfortable whilst also saving money on your energy bills. I'd like to thank Luke for taking the time for joining us and sharing his expertise. It's always great to hear about the practical support and advice available to help people manage household energy costs and improve energy efficiency at home. If you'd like to find out more information about the Green Doctors or to arrange a visit, we can help here at Envision. Simply give us a call on 01253 362696 and a member of our team will be happy to discuss the service and make a referral for you. Alternatively, you can email us at info@envision-nw.co.uk. I'll give you those details again, so you can give us a ring on 01253 362696, or you can email info, which is spelt INFO, at, which is the little A with a circle around it. Envision is spelt NVISIOM -nw.co.uk. Thank you very much for listening to Living Confidently with Sight Loss. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please do share it with friends, family, or anyone who may benefit from the information that we've discussed today. Until next time, take care, stay safe, keep saving energy where you can, and most importantly, keep living confidently with sight loss. Goodbye for now.